Hello and welcome to this stream of Final Girl uploaded to YouTube from a live stream on Twitch. Hi Twitch chat, they're right. Nope, they're not on that side, they're on this side. They're here with me and I'm keeping them on screen for this YouTube upload so that when I talk to them, people watching after the fact know what the heck I'm talking about and don't think I'm talking to myself. Have I said my name yet? Probably not. My name is Paula and this video is sponsored by Van Ryder Games, who sponsor Final Girl. And I'm very excited to be playing the Season 2 scenario, the Organism, which is kind of like the Thing. And y'all, look at what these things might look like. Hold up. Gotta go to my close-ups. That's right. Look at what they might look like. That's scary. I'm pretty excited because in this scenario, we have a lot of different things from some of our other scenarios. We also have some very dramatic lighting today that I'm into. And hopefully that's fun for everyone. Look at this cool stuff. Hold on. I just want to show everyone the cool stuff that we have. You can sort of see. They're kind of off the top of the frame. I'm sorry about the framing here. Look, because we're in this like Alaskan station, or maybe we're in Antarctica, I don't know. Two of our items, and we just happened to get both of them out here. I did not see the deck this way, it just happened, are dogs. And I'm really excited about it, and they can help us. And so we're going to try and get some dogs here. So in this scenario, we have 3 exposed victims. These currently are victims. Wow, it's hard to see the black one with the dramatic lighting, but these are currently victims who have been exposed to the Thing, and we don't know if they've been assimilated or not. So the way to win the game is we need to eliminate all the assimilated organisms. I'm sorry for the shaking camera. All the assimilated organisms. And to do that, we need to test them to see if they've been assimilated or not. So we have test kits. There is one, again, it's kind of hard for you to see. Let me back out. Wow, you can't even see it in this view either. Sorry, we have test kits at each location. They're above my, my items for each location here. And when I go and search at those locations, I automatically get a test kit. And then as a free action, I can use a test kit if I'm in a space with one of these exposed victims to test them. We'll see our test results here, and they will either be safe, and then we can turn them into a regular victim, or they will be assimilated. And then we flip over one of these cards to reveal which one of the things, the organisms that they are. And we could possibly have 3 of these we have to eliminate. And we won't know what their health is and what their powers are until we flip them over. And then a whole bloodlust thing is going to activate. It's going to be pretty nasty. Yeah. So that's the main thing. But we don't have to have a test kit to test them. If we are in the lab with them, right here, we can test without a test kit. And they will come with us to rooms. If we like are with them, they will come with us like a normal victim to rooms. And so we can bring them to the lab to test them. Now we also have, as you can see, I don't have anything set up yet. We need to do our setup, which is up here. Enjoy your alert, Nerdsplaining. Thanks for being here. You cannot get 0 assimilated ones. So for the test results, we have 2 safe results and 1 assimilated. When you pull a safe result, that goes out of the deck. So next time it's a 50-50 chance that when you test, they're going to be assimilated. And when that one is pulled, that comes out of the deck, and assimilated is the only one left. Now, here's the thing. If the first one we pull is assimilated, that doesn't get discarded and the other 2 are safe. That gets put back into our deck. So it's possible that we'll definitely have at least 1, possibly 3. I've got to figure out how to keep my camera from. It's got sandbags on it. I don't know. Every time I move, it just like everything shakes. So that's potentially quite bad. Oh, okay. Rescuing victims. So I'm playing Kate today, who comes with this scenario. Put her a bit more in the light there. She needs to save 6 victims to get to her ultimate power, which is your maximum health is now 7. She starts with 4. She's kind of squishy. Immediately recover all health. While at full health, you roll +1 die for horror rolls? That's amazing. What an amazing power. But here's the thing. It's not going to be easy to save victims here because you need to get them to this helicopter pad. You need to get them on the helicopter of the special helicopter card. And then we need to use our helicopter action card to get them to move from the Arctic station into the air to the Arctic airport. And it's not until they're actually on this Arctic airport space that the 3 victims who can be loaded up into the helicopter are saved. And then you can't save any more until the helicopter flies back and you load it up again. So this is going to be... It's going to be a challenge, I think. I really think it's going to be a challenge. Anything else? We get to start with a 2-way radio, which is actually pretty great. So this 2-way radio item that it tells us to start with says we can use it 4 times. And we can use it to move a victim 1 space at the cost of 1 time. May not be used on the same victim more than once in a single turn. So that's how we can start to move people around even if we're not with them because we're talking to them on the walkie-talkie, right? So that is going to be very helpful. So let's see let's do our setup and flip over an event. Oh my gosh. I shuffled my terror deck and then I just slapped the whole deck here. This needs to only have 10 cards. Let's pull out 10 cards real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was going to be a very long game. Okay, now we have 10 cards on our tarot deck. Now I think, are all the playmats larger in Season 2 content compared to Season 1? No, they're the same. This is my Season 1 playmat, and then these are the boards, and they fit just right. I just think I don't have my camera set up normally the same way. I just don't have it quite right, so it needs to be a little higher up to fit everything in. But it's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine. Okay, so here's our setup. This is called a nice stew. Oh, on our location board, we also have outside spaces. Those are these. You can get frostbite if you're outside. And if you have 2 things of frostbite, you, I think, die or you take a wound. That's bad. We have these indoor spaces that are not part of the main building, the tool shed and the commander's hut, which are 2 of our search areas. Actually, our dogs, this makes sense. We have 1 dog in the tool shed and 1 dog in the commander hut, and an axe in the supply closet. Wow, that worked really thematically, I feel like. And then these are all of our indoor rooms in the main building. And we have these 2 hallways here and here. And they say to use these 2 spots to put your victims for the hallways. So normally I don't do a lot of overflow in here, but just for visual and room sake, we probably will use these for these hallway areas. Okay, so let's do what's in a nice stew. We're also, how do we know which ones are our exposed people? We assign them randomly. So let's see. The killer doesn't happen. Hold on. Does something happen in the killer space? I don't think it does. Nothing is placed on the killer space during setup. That's just if you are playing with a different killer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total victims. So I'm going to roll a d12. Let me find a die, and we'll know which one I place should be the special victims unit. Where's a d12? Here we go. Okay. So the first special victim is going to be the 10th one. The 10th one we place. The first one we place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 5th one we place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That's how I've determined to place them randomly. I assume the season 2 mats have pictures of the correct dice. I would think so. For people who don't know, these are this is a misprint on my mat here. This is from their previous game that uses the system called Hostage Negotiator. Okay, so let's go. Where's my supply card? Or my setup card. So the first one, we're just gonna go from left to right, top to bottom. So our first exposed victim is here. Then we have 2 in the hall. So just for now, I'm gonna stick them like this, but I'll move them into. I may end up moving them into here. Then 2 in the rec room. So that's this one and one of our other exposed victims. Then there's me. Boop. Then there's the commander's hut. I'm not going top to bottom, left to right, am I? I'm just going around in a circle. Thank you for that follow, Whitney Aboo. Okay, then we have in this outdoor space, so they're probably going to get frostbite. Then we have in the lab. Then we have 2 here, so that's where our other exposed victim is in this little room. These are small rooms. And then 2 in this hallway. Okay, so we are set up. We need to test these 3 exposed victims. Otherwise, they act like normal victims, except they will panic every round, whether anyone has been killed or not. And the killers will not target them. So that's kind of their special things. Otherwise, the killer in this acts like a killer and not like minions, for people who are familiar with the minion rules. So let's take a look at our event to start the game here, which sometimes I do forget to do, but here we are. We're doing it right. Hidden weapons cache. I heard a rumor about a trove of buried weapons. Shuffle the armory tokens. Okay, that's these, actually. And place one face down in each of the 4 outdoor spaces, excluding the exit space. If you move into one of these spaces, reveal the token. If the token has an X, discard it with no effect. If the token has a gun, this is the armory. This space may now be searched. Take all the weapon cards from the unused item cards and shuffle them to create an armory item deck. Do not reveal the top card. Whoa, cool. Okay, so we've got flare gun. We've got 2 flamethrowers. Look, this is not in our thing, but look, roller skates. That's cool. Another flare gun. Okay, so we have a few unused weapon items that are now an armory deck that we may be able to get access to. So we'll just stick that up there. So armory, 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 armory. That's cool. So we can just reveal it, right? Yes, so it won't use any time or anything to reveal our potential armory tokens. That's a cool first event. Okay, so I think we start. Yeah, so those that roller skate item, it's really cool because it helps you move more quickly inside. But if you have them and you're moving outside, it actually slows you down, which makes a lot of thematic sense. So we start with all of our 0 cost cards, right? What's the first thing we want to do? Where are we? Okay, how does this map connect? Well, I feel like the first thing to do, I kind of feel like we should just test. Of course, if we avoid testing, we will avoid triggering bad things. Maybe we search the armory for, oh my gosh, I really don't know. Okay, I think the first thing to do, actually, before we test anyone, I'm thinking, hey, Hexstar Dragon, thank you so much. Can you shove an exposed victim into the helicopter? No. You have to test them, because only regular victims can get saved in the helicopter. I think I'm going to come outside so that we can try and get to the commander's hut, search the commander's hut, get this dog, and then pick up these 2 victims, search these armory things, and try and start getting people over to the helicopter pad. I think that is a good use of our first section of time, though building up cards in the beginning is always really good strategy as well. Okay, now delaying revealing organisms isn't necessarily super great because certain things are going to cause the bloodlust to increase, even though no killing necessarily is happening by the killer. And when we reveal organisms, whatever level the bloodlust marker is on, all the things on their bloodlust track on their card will trigger. So it's going to be like a slew of bad things if we let the bloodlust get too high before we reveal. Yeah, 10 out of 10 dog. I like 10 out of 1,000 like it's 1K out of 1K, you know what I mean? So, okay, let's move. The first thing we want to do is walk, I think. Do we want to focus and then walk? Let's focus and walk. Right? Thank you for that follow, hearts. So let's do, so we're rolling 2 dice. And we're trying to lower the horror a little. Oh, that's a pretty good start. 2 stars, 2 successes, which means that we can lower the horror by 1 and gain 2 time. I like it. So that's here, and now we have 8 time. That makes me very happy. Okay, so now let's try to walk. We should definitely focus on where we're walking. So now I'm going to play my walk card. I'd really love to get 2 stars again, but let's be real, probably not going to happen. Okay, no, but we did get 1 star, so that's good. So that means we can, if you can see here, move up to 1 space, that's it, and spend a time. So we'll spend a time, we'll come out of the kitchen into the hall. I think we should try and walk again, and then maybe that's it. If we could move up to 2 spaces, it would be so good. We're going to try and walk 1 more time. I just want to make a little progress, and then I think that's it, and we'll, like, use our time to spend on, like, getting cards. Dab the BG Noob, hello. Says, just got my final Girl Season 2 franchise pledge all sleeved up now. I'm addicted. It's very fun, right? So Frostbite will be things that are triggered, I think, by specific terror cards. And that will be if anyone is outside when it's triggered, they take a point of Frostbite, which are these temperature tokens. And then if Frostbite's triggered again, they take a wound. Let me make sure that that's correct. Oh, I don't take Frostbite though. Oh no, I do. The Frostbite icon means you, each victim, and each enemy in an outdoor space. So even bad guys will take it. Gain a Frostbite token or lose 1 health if they already have Frostbite. So it will just kill a victim because they only have 1 health point. During upkeep, discard all Frostbite tokens for anyone who is indoors. So that's how Frostbite will work. And I'm sure we'll see an example of that. Okay, I'm trying to walk again, right? Yes. Boo. Should I discard cards or should I just take so I can just take the loss, still move a space, but I also take a health hit. I only have 4 health. And I lose 2 time. Or I can discard cards. You know what? I will discard a weak attack and a short rest to turn this 3 into a success, which means I can move up to 1 space. And I do lose 1 time for doing it. But I can go into the armory and see now Is this the weapons cache or is it nothing? Oh, isn't that lucky? First one we flipped over is the weapons cache. I'm just going to remove the rest because they're just going to take up space. They're all just X's. Toss them over there. So now I get to... This space may now be searched. Okay, so if I take a search, I can search this space next time. Goblin Haven, thank you for that follow. But for now, that's the end of my turn. So now we go into my planning phase. I have six time to spend. So I'm going to go on and get a fly faster, I think, for one. That's how I work the helicopter. Now we have it. I'm going to get... No. Ooh. No, I'm not going to do that. I definitely want... I want 2 searches and a sprint. Okay, I can't do that. So I have 6 time. I'm going to get 2 searches and a sprint. And that will use up all 6 of my time. Because each of these cards costs 2 time. And that will be, that'll be my deck for next time. Now the rest of these all go back in here. This will reset. And, oh, I could have also done 2-way radio, use a victim. No, I'll wait to do that. Because that would have used a time, and I wanted to spend all my time on these cards, so. Oh, you're absolutely right. Hold up. I went through this hallway where these victims were. So these victims absolutely would have come with me. Thank you so much, Thumharger, for reminding me. Oh no, our Dan Henry says, uh-oh, Paula using up her luck early. You're right. It's probably a bad sign. Drag them out into the cold. Let's get frostbit. You know what I mean? So the killer phase, we don't do anything because none of them are revealed yet. So we just do the terror card. This kind of makes me nervous that we're like putting it off, right? So let's see what this tarot card is. It's happy hour. If there are no victims in play, no, we do have them. Panic all victims that are indoors. Then move all victims from each hallway to the rec room. What does this mean? Frostbite, arrow, helicopter. I'm actually not sure about that. Okay, but let's do the first thing first. Let's panic all victims that are indoors. And then anyone who's in the hall will go into the rec room. So we'll start here. So this exposed victim, 3, so they will go into the hallway. And then this one, 4, so they actually will go outside. Okay, so these are in, okay. This one in the hall, 6, will go into this room. This one in the hall will also go into this room. I believe I'm doing that correctly. But this exposed victim is panicking out of the room into the hall. All of my exposed victims are going to end up in the room. Okay, this victim panics out of the lab into this room where it looks like there's like a horrible dead body. Okay. This exposed victim, 5, will stay in the rec room, and this exposed victim, 3. It says 4 to 6 and 6. I actually don't. Will stay in the rec room. I think in the rec room you only leave if you roll a 6, it looks like. Okay. So then The only ones in the hallway are my other exposed victims. So this poor schmuck is in here with 3 possible creatures. Cool. Okay, then if a killer is active, they would target a victim, move, and attack, but the killer is not active. So frostbite, helicopter symbol. It just seems to be frostbite, then move the helicopter. Oh wait, do I have a helicopter token? I feel like I should have a helicopter token. Hold on. They're fine. Yeah, where's my helicopter token? Sorry, everyone. I should have it. Have I immediately lost it? Did a cat get it? Okay, we will just use something else as a helicopter token, which is in the game, and I do have somewhere. I just now am, maybe it's on this side. No? What in the world? Cats. I will blame the cats for this. Okay, so instead, we will use something. Look, we'll just use one of the X's from our weapons, our armory cache. Sorry about that. Oh, helicopter movement is optional, so very good. So currently we are at Arctic Station 2891. Cool. We will not be using the helicopter. That would be because we don't have anyone in there. But everyone outside will get frostbite. So they have frostbite. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of frostbite, actually. They have frostbite. Oh wait, here's the... Oh, y'all, I'm silly. This is the helicopter. Dum 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 dum. They have frostbite. Okay, they all have frostbite, and I have frostbite. Yeesh. Wow, a lot of people might die real fast. Okay, well it's all right. There's just a lot of frostbite. Now, even though no one was killed, right? Our exposed victims still panic. But we know because they're in the rec room, they're likely to just stay there. Hey, Noda. So let's do our black exposed victim, stays in the room. Our red exposed victim stays in the room. And our gray exposed victim stays in the room. I just rolled, I think, 3 5s in a row. What? A final girl game where people die quickly? No. Okay. Great. There we go. Now it's back to me. And everyone has frostbite. But if I get these people inside, they will stop having frostbite. But only 2 will come with me. Maybe I should put them in the helicopter. No. Okay. First, we're searching the armory. Noda, you're right. You know, I said that was me being dumb. I was directing it at myself, and I did think about how Twitch chat was not going to like it. So we're all working on our self-talk here, everyone. Hexstar Dragon says, I appreciate that Paula makes herself more approachable and relatable by pretending she can't find something. That was exactly the reason. Exactly the reason. All right, let's attempt to search. So we roll 2 dice, and we're rolling 2 dice for people new to the game because our horror level says we get to roll 2. If we can lower our horror level, so we're in this area, we get to roll 3. If the horror level gets too high, we're only rolling 1. So that's where that's at. Okay, so 1 success, which is really all we need to make this worth it. So I can either take the top 2 item cards out my space and choose one, or with one, if I had 2 successes, which I can convert this to a second success, or just take the top item card. I'm just going to take the top item card because I don't want to discard the cards to convert that. So we're just going to see, this was our armory item deck. So let's see what we get. Ooh, Ooh, I'm very happy. A flare gun. Okay. It's not as good as the flamethrower, but this is cool. So, it can only be used to modify a weak attack. If the damage is dealt to the killer, the horror level goes down. It has 2 uses. Alternatively, it may be used when outdoors to move all victims that are outside 1 space closer to you, that's pretty cool. So I've got a radio in one hand and a flare gun in the other hand. Okay, so now I want to try and move into the commander's hut. So I'm going to do a sprint. Now, if I can get 2 successes, I'll move up to 3 spaces, which would be great. 1 success, I can move 2 spaces. So that's just 1 success. So I will move up to 2 spaces. It's not terrible, and I do lose a time. Oh, I lose a time for my search action as well. So I'm down to 4 time. Okay, so I'm going to come inside into the commander's hut. Here's the deal. Because we've come inside during upkeep, it's only if we stay inside. Maybe we should stay inside this turn so that all this frostbite goes away, rather than moving back outside. It's kind of a waste of a sprint, but I don't want them to die. Y'all, I just had the deepest urge to just flip over the next tarot card and look and see if frostbite's gonna trigger again to decide what to do, and that is cheating. First, let's search. Actually, though, you can't split up your movement anyway. I can't sprint, come into this room, search, and then use more movement. That's not how the game works. That's it. Once I search, my movement is done. So, it doesn't matter. I am inside. Haha! I got a rule right. How about that? So, I'm going to search again. And Tan, hello, yes. This is a The Thing inspired scenario, exactly. It's not cheating, it's just making a directorial decision that the lead character is psychic, exactly. Man, I would love to get the flamethrower. Okay, so we're gonna search again, because I want to search the commander's hut so that we can there's this dog up here. This doggo, his name is Char, and the other one is Thule, and I want them. Okay. So 2 dice rolls. Oh no. Well, that failed. We can't even do anything about it. Those are 2 ones. Oh no, the horror goes up no matter what. This is really bad. So with no successes, take the top item card at your space. The horror will go up by 2, and we lose 2 time. Or we get nothing. The horror goes up by 1, and we lose 2 time. Let's be risky. The dog is actually useful. So we're going to be risky. We're going to take the top item card, which is Char, the pup, and we also get this test kit. So I'm just going to put that in my backpack. Okay, so the horror level goes up by 2, 1, 2. So it's very bad. If we go up 1 more, we can only roll 1 die, which will be the end for me, basically. And we lose 2 time, which is also bad. It's pretty bad. But look what Char does, the Alaskan Malamute. Look how cute. When an enemy enters your space, deal damage to it. The next time you take damage, ignore it and discard this card instead. So Char protects us. This ally is not considered to be in your backpack, but the card may be kept there because you can't put a dog in your backpack. So we have an ally. Each a pup. And we now have a test kit. You say you are you. Prove it, is what it says. Roll less dice, less bad luck. Yeah. Oh, gosh, no, I could play my last card to try and bring the horror level down. And I'm only going to have free cards in my hand for next time. This is nasty. We're just doing it. This is such bad strategy. I do not recommend this for anyone, to go into a turn with no cards in your hand. It's terrible. But I'm going to try. So I'm going to roll 2 dice and try and lower the horror level. Okay, we got 1 success, which means, oh, you can see it. Sorry, I'm on this frame. 1 success. We can lower the horror level by 1. That's good, but we lose a time. So we have 1 time to spend to get a card. We're going to get, okay, so we're in our planning phase, which means we pick up all of our free cards. So I have both my walks back, a focus, a short rest, a weak attack. I have 1 time. Should I get the helicopter? I'm sorry I keep shaking my camera. Or should I get the close call? I think I'm going to get the helicopter. I'm going to hope that I can get to the helicopter space and drop these people off. How many victims will come with me? Only 2, I think. I might have to use my walkie-talkie to get them to move. That's all right. Eesh. Maybe I just leave this one person inside the commander set. Okay, so I have my cards. I spent my 1 time to get the helicopter, so this will reset to 6. And then the cards I spent will go back to their spots. And we draw a tarot card because we don't have a killer out yet. So let's see. Only 2 victims can travel with, unless the card says otherwise. Yep. Yeah, the flare will help too. Hi, Dichotic. It's very early late there. Can you put yourself on the helicopter and peace out? I could, but then I wouldn't be the final girl, would I? Oh. So we have a minor dark power that's revealed. The mutated organism closest to you gets this power. Extra legs. If there is no mutated organism in play, which there isn't, place this with the remaining mutated organism cards. The next time a mutated organism is revealed, it gets this card. It will have +1 to its movement value. So basically, whichever one of these is revealed. So the first one, because you reveal from left to right or right to left. Oh, you reveal from right to left. So it will be on this one. So we'll just go on and put that up there. Because you reveal the rightmost card. Okay. That could have been a lot worse. That will be bad later, but for now, it's not terrible. Oh, Liz Aaron says, I think it's all the victims who are in this space. I think only 2 will go with you. I do think. Maybe that I may have been a special situation where they all came with you. Yeah, Liz Aaron. Yes, I do believe this is based on the thing, Dichotic, for sure. Okay, panic phase. So, again, all of our exposed victims panic. So, let's see if they leave. Again, a 6 is the only thing that's going to get them to leave the rec room. Okay, no, the gray one. No, the red one. Yes, the red one will run into the hall. Okay. Upkeep phase. We are inside here, so everyone who's inside loses their frostbite. So that's good. And then it's my turn again. So I want to try and get these people. I'm going to leave behind this one, and we're just going to see if we can get over here and maybe bring this one to us. So let's see what we can do here. First, should I try and focus? I mean, it's never a bad idea to get the horror down, but also, yeah, you know what? I'm going to try and focus first. I mean, it's nice to have cards to discard, but I just think working the horror down is a good thing. Oh, the tarot card was the minor dark power, Camelisk, that we pulled. Thank you for asking. Okay. So we got 1 success. We can convert this one, but I don't think I will. 1 success means the horror will go down by 1. So it's now at 4, but we lose a time. Okay. I'm okay with that. Now we are going to walk and take 2 of our victims with us. Oh, sweet. That's so awesome. We got 2 successes, which means we can move up to 2 spaces. It will cost us a time, and 2 of them will come with us. We're going to leave this one here. Just stay in the commander's hut, bud. We're going to go 1, 2. That's so good, y'all. I just need to be able to move 1 more space. Thank you for those bits, Hurriger. Okay, so we're going to try to walk again. Same thing. If we could do that same thing, really, we just need 1 success. We don't actually even need any successes to make this work, because look, no successes, we can still move up to 1 space, but we will take a health hit and lose 2 time. But it would be worth it to get these 3 people on a helicopter. Okay, so let's see what happens. Come on. I cannot, so far, I've been very lucky, and I'm just waiting for this to turn around, because we just got 2 successes. Zimharger, what kind of tea are you having if you're still around, by the way? Also, that was 500 bits. Thank you so much. Wait, what? Oh, no. Hydrate, redeemed 500, 100 bits. I'm understanding it all. Thank you still so much for the 100 bits, and I will have some coffee. So this means we can move up to 2 spaces. We still lose a time, so we're down to 3 time, but I'm really happy. Yeah, so far the Paula dice gods are kind. It's very different. Okay, so 2 of these are going to come with me to the helicopter pad, and then I'm going to use my 2-way radio to move a victim 1 space. So they're going to move to me. Where's my... I need to put down a little thing to mark that I've charged it, because the batteries are only going to last for 4 times. Okay. So this one's going to come into my space with their frostbite, but they're going to get into the helicopter, so I think it's going to be okay. I hope. So now, oh, and I spend a time. I'm spending a lot of time. So now these 3 victims are on the helicopter. Oh, those are my played cards, sorry. Okay, let's try and get the helicopter going. We're not playing as me. Right now we're playing as Kate. I wanted to play as someone from this scenario because they're all like dressed in their like warm jacket. And I like it. Okay. Fly faster. Also, I really like playing the final girls that come with each scenario, especially the first time I play a scenario, because I feel like they have powers that like work with the scenario and it's helpful. So, let's see if we can make this helicopter do anything. I can move it twice, which will get them out of here if I roll 2 successes. Come on, dice. We need to make a new cold weather Paula final girl. Aw, you're all good, James. Okay, 1 success, and I cannot convert that. So the helicopter will only move into the air. I don't know if they will die. Does inside the helicopter count as a frostbite area or is it indoors? I don't know. The helicopter exit space is an outdoor space. Once you're in the helicopter, victims on the helicopter card cannot be targeted or killed. So I think that means they are safe from frostbite now. The helicopter icon means the helicopter may move 1 space on the helicopter card. Great. To save victims, a helicopter must reach the Arctic airport. If it reaches the airport outside of the action phase, you apply the effects from saving the victims at the beginning of your next action phase. So this frostbite will go away because they can't die once they're in the helicopter. Heated compartment. Noted, this is, it's Brain in a Jar. It's merch from themeeps.co, which is where my merch is as well. And their stuff is so cute. Do I have it in here? Will someone drop I don't think I have it as a command on my thing, but I think I do have it as a command. Will someone drop maybe a merch command in chat? We'll see what happens. They got to the chopper. And they've moved one. Did I already lose my time? Uh-oh, I talked too much. Ooh, maybe my merch doesn't work. I thought I had a merch thing. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. YouTube doesn't care about this. Go to themeeps.co. Hi, Sid, I seen. I think I already moved this time down for the fly. Actually, you know what? We can see. We can see. So for focus, we lost a time. So that put us on 5. For walk, we lost a time. So that put us on 4. For another walk, we lost a time. So that put us on 3. So for fly faster, yes, I believe this is correct. Okay. And I cannot convert this to anything, so that's it. That's where that is. All we have left are these two, which I'm going to hold on to. And we have 2 time. Oh, wait. No, we spent a time on the radio. So actually, we should be down to 1 time. On the radio. Uh-oh. That's it. That's my turn. I'm going to save these 2 cards. Now I think once these are saved, as this is happening, we need to start testing some exposed victims, I think. So I have 1 time, which means, okay, I get this focus back because it's free. But I have 1 time to spend, and I guess I'll get a close call because it's the only thing I can afford for 1 time. Then all of these cards will go back. We need to get this helicopter card again real fast. And these are all my free cards I already spent, which will go right there. All right, that is the planning phase. Now we need to panic our exposed victims here. They panic every turn. Yeah, Brain in a Jar is great, right? That's if you're familiar with them, they stream on here on Twitch board games. They also have a great it's Casey. Her name's Casey, and she has a great TikTok channel, and she streams with her partner Johnny Deathhawk, I believe. We should do a little shout out for Brain in a Jar. Okay, so the red one. That's 5, 4, 6, 3, 2 will panic into here. Okay, the black one will stay where they are, and the gray one will stay where they are. Okay. Now, oh shoot, I should have done the terror card before we panicked them. So sorry about that, everyone. We'll just do it now. It just absorbed them. If there's no mutated organism in play, there's not. Panic all exposed victims and increase the horror by 1. So the horror will go up 1. We'll count that the panicking I just did was for this panic. So we don't do this because there's no active killer. If a victim was killed, the mutated organism recovers 1 health. Okay, no, none of that happened. But now we will panic them for the panic phase because they were meant to panic twice. So we'll start with red again. 3, they go back into the hall. Poor this guy. Just running back and forth and back and forth. It is very panicky. Okay, the black one will stay and the gray one will stay. Being in the rec room, they just don't want to leave the rec room, do they? Okay, it's time to start trying to test some things. Let's try and get over to this red victim, I think. I might have to use my two-way radio to do it. Yeah. What do I do? I can't move. Oh, no. That's bad. Okay, I'm just going to focus and do nothing else this turn. I have, like, no movement in my hand. I can't do a whole lot right now. So we're just going to focus, try and lower the horror, and then that's this turn. It'll be a quick turn. So 2 dice. I don't really want to... Should I convert that to a success? You know what? I will. I'll discard these 2 cards. Maybe that's dumb. Convert this to 1 success, which lets me lower the horror by 1. I'm never going to get to 3 dice. But I lose a time. That's my whole turn. So I have 5 time to spend on cards. We're definitely getting the helicopter card for 1. Let's get a sprint for 2. Let's get a close call for 1. Oof. Then I still have 1. I'll get all these free cards, which is a walk, 2 walks, a focus. Maybe I should take a... No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm leaving. Maybe that's not very efficient. I have a time left that I'm not spending, but that's the choice I'm making to get... Those are the cards I'm getting. I don't want to overthink it, and maybe that's a mistake, but here we are. Okay, so that's the end of that. So now we flip over a terror card. Hello, Fabian. James Lake says, I've been thinking about picking up this game for a while. Would you have a module you recommend someone get first? I think the most like beginner module of just like no special rules, just learn how to play the game is the Camp Happy Trails one. Is a great film box, VHS, whatever they call them, to get, I think. Noda says to cheat, then James Blake says no cheating, Chad is watching. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I think this person's about to die. Tell me where it is. If there are no victims in play, we do have them. For each victim in your space, there are none. You may look through one item deck. Place any item face up on the deck and shuffle the others face down underneath. That would have been good, but I'm not in a space with any victims. Then the horror level goes up by 1, so we're back to 5. This is just a real 2 steps forward, 1 step back situation. So we were on 4, now we're at 5. Frostbite and the helicopter moves. So the helicopter moving is a good thing, but frostbite means this poor schmuck dies. Because they take a wound, because they stayed outside. So they're dead, and the bloodlust is going to go up 1. But the helicopter moves, which means they're at the airport, which means these 3 people get saved, which means at the start of my next action phase, which will be very soon, we'll get to put them on my card and get some special benefits. So I will sacrifice the 1 victim to save the 3, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, Freak Boy says, and if you're new to the game, you should buy the $5 Paula Deming Final Girl card. Just as a little plug. There is a promo. You can get me, and maybe coming up, there might be more of me in the game. What? Oh no, Noda named them Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie. Cheer up, Charlie. Yes, you are dead. You froze to death outside there in the cold. You had the frostbite on your nose, Charlie, your toes, Charlie, too. This is a hard song to sing. Does anyone know what song that is? That is from Willy Wonka. That's not an easy song to sing a cappella. I have signed my promo card multiple times. Yes, James Blake. Okay, focus. Terror happened. Panic going on. Red meeple. I would like them to not panic away from me because I want to test them. Thanks, Kit Kat. When I was a kid, that's the song in the Willy Wonka movie that I always fast forwarded through because it's boring. When you're a kid, it's boring. It's like as a kid, I would fast forward through Feed the Birds or whatever in Mary Poppins. You're like, this emotional song. Oh, awesome. It panicked. This victim panicked toward me. That was helpful. Okay, the black victim, no, and no. They stay there. Cheer up, Charlie. Give a smile. Okay. Done. Me. It's me. It's me. My turn. We want to test this exposed victim. So let's walk over to them. Playing a walk. So we roll 2 dice. See what happens. Ooh, that is 2 successes, which means we can move up to 2 spaces, which is perfect. We will lose a time. But we're going to go 1, 2, where they are. We need to be careful because they're in the armory space, and I don't want them to get anything. So now that we're in a space with them, for free, we can use our test kit and test them. So let's find out. You may discard this card to test one of the exposed victims in your space to see if it's been assimilated. Now, if it has, then we're going to start to have to deal with a monster situation. But, so we discard this. And here are our test results. 2 of these are safe, and 1 is assimilated. I'm scared. Now, if this is assimilated, it gets shuffled back into that deck. If it's safe, it gets discarded. Waiting for test results is always scary. I'm nervous. Okay, let's see. Safe. Replace the exposed victim with the normal victim and remove this card from the game. That means the next one we test has a 50-50 chance of being assimilated. But this one is not. You are safe. You are not a monster, my friend. No wonder you were panicking. I'm very suspicious. These 2 who don't seem to be as panicky as this one, which means they know they're a monster. They're not scared anymore. So this one comes out of the game and becomes a regular victim. Boop. Once you test them, they're okay. We know they're good. So this comes out. I will plop that over here. That was handy. Okay. We do need to bring the helicopter back. Oh, at the start of my activation, I should have done, sorry everyone, I should have done my saved victims. So, I have 3. So this is interesting. This lets me, 2 of these spaces let me heal, but I actually haven't taken any damage yet. So, I think what I'll do is I'll spend 1 here to take a guard card. It'll let me do that. I think I'll spend the 1 here to take the retaliate card. Put that into my hand. Then I guess the 1 here to move 1 space. Here's the question. Do we move here to try and save whoever's in the commander hut? Or do we move into here to try and get closer to them to test them? But we need to do more searching if we're not going to bring them into the lab with us. But we could bring them into the lab with us. I'm going to bring them inside so they don't die of frostbite. So we're going to move 1 space here. Okay. 3 more on this card, and we'll get to flip her over to activate her ultimate ability, which is really good. So I'd like to do that. What do we think now? If I move... I wouldn't mind getting that axe over here. Let's sprint. Let's see if we can run over to the supply closet and get an axe and another test kit before we come over here to test them. So I'm going to try to sprint. Wow, this is the best my dice rolls have ever been in this game. I can't even believe it. Okay. So 2 successes means I can move up to 3 spaces. I will lose a time, but this is really good. I'm gonna leave the this victim here. They don't really need to come with me, and I'm gonna go. So I'm in this hall. 1. 2. It's just 2. I'm only using 2 of the 3, but that's okay to get into the supply closet. That was really good. Now, do I have a search? Okay, I don't have a search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 cards in my hand. I think I'll focus and then end my turn. What if I've been assimilated and that's why I'm rolling so well? All right, so we're going to try to focus to lower the horror. So 2 dice. 1 success means we can lower the horror by 1 and we lose a time. I think that's okay because I have a bunch of cards in my hand and I don't want to discard any right now. So we're going to say that's my turn. And now I have 3 I can spend. And I think we're definitely going to get a search for 2 and then a close call for 1. So that was 2, 1. This will reset. These cards will go back into their spots. Oh, we also can get these. Let me count. I might be at my card limit now. Hold on. Which is kind of amazing considering, remember a couple turns ago, I had no cards in my hand. That was kind of, you know, that's kind of nuts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm right at my limit. You can't have more than 10. So we are at max cards right now. All right. So then we flip over a tarot card. So let's see what happens. I feel like things are, will ya? I feel like things are about to get bad for us because they're going too well, right? I really think it's going too well. Are we alone? If there are no exposed victims in your space or in a space with a normal victim, discard this and draw the next tarot card. Uh-oh. We do. We have 2 exposed victims in a space with a normal victim. So let's see what happens. 1 at a time. For each exposed victim that is in a space with a normal victim, reveal a test result card. Oh my gosh! Is this just ramping it up right now? Why did I just have to say I think things are about to get bad? Because it just made it come true. Safe. Leave exposed victim in play. Immediately shuffle card back into test results deck. Assimilated. Apply the rules accordingly for placing a mutated organism. Immediately stop testing. So if one of them is assimilated, we don't have to test the other one. There's a 50-50 shot. Okay, we're going to do the gray one first. All right. Oh, no. Assimilated. Okay. We immediately stop testing. So the gray one is assimilated. So this goes back into They will shuffle back into the deck. Hold on. So this one, oh boy. Then they're going to target and kill. Oh no, I think they're going to kill this. Because look at this. Then they take their killer action, which is targeting either the final girl or the victim. They'll target the victim because they're in the room with them and kill them. Okay, so this one reveals. Okay, so it's this one. They're all different. So how we figure this out is we look now. So we have these 3 cards. So you see they're all different. So this matches this. So now we replace it with this card. This is a bad one. This is a really bad one to get. It's like the strongest one. It has 7 health. Oh my gosh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we activate all of its bloodlust thing. So it would target a victim and move. It's already in space with a victim. Luckily, we've only had 1 bloodlust level right now, so we don't have to do a whole bunch of things. But now it will target this victim and attack based on this card, which will kill this victim. Sorry, Rec Room person. He's not a cute little guy. Both could be assimilated, but not on this turn, because we're going to shuffle this back into the deck. So we still don't know about this one. Oh, and then we mark this. So this was the gray meeple. So we mark it here so we know which one is which. So the bloodlust goes up 1 now because they killed someone. And now next turn when we do our killer phase, oh no, on the killer phase they heal? That's horrible. I don't like that. Don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. That's that. Now we panic. So they're no longer an exposed victim, right? They're an enemy. But this exposed victim will panic for multiple reasons. One, because they always do, because they're an exposed victim, but also because someone was killed in front of them. Hey, Mike, I guess. So let's see where he panics to. He stays in the room because I rolled a 3. And here, you stay in the room unless you roll a 6 for some reason. So this goes back into our little deck. 50-50 shot that they are also assimilated. Okay, now it's my turn again. We have a lot of cards. Let's search and try and get this axe and I guess the other test kit. So let's do a search. We'll roll 2 dice. Good night, Dichotic. Thanks for being here. So we can discard 2 cards to turn one of these into a success. So that we can take the top item. And I think we will do that because we have a bunch of cards and I want the axe that's up there. So I think what we will do is we'll discard one of our close calls. And I think also the short rest because we don't need to heal yet because we haven't taken any damage. Famous last words. And so that will turn this into a success, which means we can take the top card in our item space, which is our axe, which I'm going to put for now in our backpack because we already have both hands busy with a radio and a flare gun. We can always switch to the axe. So the axe is in our backpack for when we want it. All right, that cost us a time to do. Now, I think we need to move. Let's get some victims going. Let's use this two-way radio, right? So it says use to move a victim one space at the cost of one time. May not be used on the same victim more than once in a single turn. They don't need to come toward me. They can go anywhere, right? The dog looks like they're in my backpack, but they're not technically in the backpack. So let's use the radio again. And let's have one of these victims come out into the hallway. So they'll start coming with me. Because I think we need to save more people now. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to have this victim. Oh, they have to go into the lab first. Okay, no, they're staying there. This victim will come out into the hall. Then I'm going to use this again. No, let's wait. Let's wait. That cost me a time, so I'm down to 4. Because let me see if I can move and pick these 2 people up and come outside. So I have a walk. So let's try and walk. So 2 dice. Okay, that's 1 success, which means I can move up to 1 space, so it's not great, and I lose a time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm in the hall now with this victim who will come with me, but that wasn't everything I wanted it to be, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to use my radio one more time to get this person outside. I want them away from enemies. So one more time spent. So I'm down to 2 now to use my 3rd radio activation to move this victim down there. All right. Now I'm going to see if I can get the helicopter to come back to us. So I'm going to play my fly faster. See if I can get the helicopter to come back here so I can, because I really want to save these victims. So 2 more dice rolling. That's 1 success. I could discard 2 cards and have it move. That's probably worth doing because if it moves twice, it's back where we want it to be. So 1 success. I'm going to convert this to another success. So I will do the focus and the close call. That hurts, but to make this a success so that I can move it twice based on this card. Twice. So it's going to go into the air to the station, which means it's here. Okay. I think that's going to be my turn. I have 3 cards left. And I have 2 time to spend. And I'm going to pick up the sprint, I think, so that I can move. And then I'll also get this focus and this walk. Okay, that's all right. These cards will go back to where they were in the market before. And then it is the killer phase. Go out and get frostbite. It's only the 2nd worst bite around here. Exactly. A dog with an axe in the backpack. Weirdest game of Clue ever played, says Arwilia. Oh, I should have gotten, sorry. When I got that axe, I should have also picked up this test kit, which I forgot to do. But I will pick it up. I have this. Thank you for that subscription, Frank Scenario. Being a subscriber for 17 months. I really appreciate you. So now it is the killer phase. So we resolve the killer action, which would just be to heal, but he hasn't taken any damage, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we flip over a tarot card. Someone is destroying the tests. Oh no! Discard the test kit from the search location that is closest to you. Well, that's the tool shed because that's the only one that's left. So this one is not, and it's out of the game. 1 normal victim within 2 spaces of the associated location is killed. no one is within 2 spaces. So I think we're okay. Because it doesn't make sense. This one, the supply closet is technically closest to me, but I just took the test kit from the supply closet. So I think we just timed that properly. Okay, and then the killer will target a normal victim and move toward them twice. So I think they will, the closest one is the one in the hallway with me. So that's where they're gonna go. 1, 2, and they'll stop there. They have a speed of 2, but they'll stop there because they're in the space with that victim. So I lose the test out of the tool shed, but I didn't need that test anyway. So it's actually pretty good. The killer phase for this one, Camelisk, thank you for checking, is just healing. This is just if we're in the finale, which we are not yet. So, here's the thing though, because I have the dog Char, y'all. Oh, you can see it from here. When an enemy enters your space, deal 1 damage to it. The next time you take damage, ignore it and discard this card instead. So 1 damage gets dealt to this thing because I have Char with me. Thank you, pup. Good boy. 10 out of 10. Good boy. Wood pet again. Okay. I think that's that turn. So now this exposed victim might panic. So let's see. A 3, so no, they stay in there. And then no victims were killed, so no one else panics. We can rearrange items if we want. I think maybe I do want to, because now it's upkeep. I think, do I have any attacks? No, I only have defensive stuff in my... Oh, I have the weak attack, which means I could use the flare gun. Okay, I'm going to keep this where it is. Thank you for the follow, CNS Lancelot. So I was thinking I would rearrange and get my axe in my hand and put these 2 things away. But I can use the flare gun with my weak attack, which is the only attack I have right now. So I think I'll just keep it as is for the moment and use my my weak attack with the flare gun on this turn. So that's what's happening. And then we're going to try and move out of here because we still need to save victims. So, weak attack time. I'm not missing anything, right? I'm not skipping any steps. I'm feeling like, oh no, what if I'm skipping something? But I think I'm okay. So, weak attack with my flare gun. We need to mark that we've used it once. The dog cannot get converted into a monster, but if I take a damage, the next time I take a damage, the dog basically dies protecting me. So we will lose the dog. Okay, roll 2 dice, see if we can do some damage to this assimilated organism. 2 successes, holy moly. So that'll do 1 damage for the weak attack, plus 1 extra for the flare gun. And that's going to lower the horror because of my flare gun. That's amazing. So horror comes down 1. I deal 2 damage. That's really good. But they're going to heal 1 back next turn. So that's not great. But this is something. Okay. Amazing. So now I think we'd like to run away if we can. Honestly. I think we're going to try and sprint out of here. Just so we can save some people. Thank you for those bits, Notice. It's Tiny Pet for the good doggo. We will try to save the dog. We're going to try and save the dog. All right, so we're going to sprint. So let's roll again, and maybe we'll get 2 successes again. Oh, yeah, CNS Lancelot says the organism is on my wish list with the Evomorph. I know. I haven't played the Evomorph one yet, but I have it. So we'll do the alien-themed one either next month or the month after. 1 success. I can turn this into a success. I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to leave it. This will let me move up to 2 spaces. I never reset my time. This will let me move up to 2 spaces and spend a time. And I think I'm going to do that because then I can use my walk card instead of discarding it, right? Yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah, here you go. Wide shot requested. So this is move up to 2 spaces, spend a time. So I've spent the time here. And I'm just going to move up to 2 spaces. And this victim will come with me. So they will go 1, 2. I'll pick up this victim, right? Then let's try and walk. Let's see if we can get them. Let's see if we can get them over here. We did not have to spend time for the attack. No. Weak attack. No time spent. So we're going to try and walk now. Holy, I've never, ever, ever rolled this well in this game. Are you all seeing this? 2 successes, which means we can move up to 2 spaces with our walk. It does cost us a time. But now we're going to go 1, 2. These people are on the helicopter. I would like to load it up, though. I'm really, really happy about this. Here's what I'm going to do as well. Okay. So I'm going to use my last radio to move a victim 1 space at the cost of 1 time. So this brings us down to 3 times, and this person's going to come out of the commander hut to the outside. I'm saying, hey, we're loading up the helicopter. You need to come down. You need to come down now. And then I'm going to use my flare gun. Alternatively, it says, may be used when outdoors, to move all victims that are outdoors 1 space closer to you. So that's just this one right here. But I'm going to use it, and they're going to come 1 space closer to me so that I don't have to move so much to get them to the helicopter next turn. So that uses up my flare gun and my radio. That's a pretty good turn. That is a pretty good turn that we've just had. Thank you for that follow, Werewolf. I'm sorry that I missed it 3 minutes ago. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to hold on to the rest of my cards, which are Retaliate, Guard, and Focus. And that's it. So I have 3 time to spend on new cards. We definitely want to fly faster, and we want to sprint. So that's our 3 time, because sprint is 2, fly faster is 1. So that'll reset. And we get all of these. We get a focus, a walk, and a short rest, because we get all of our free cards back. Put the cards we used this turn back into the market. Now, we are weaponless right now because we can't pull our axe out of our backpack until the upkeep phase, which happens after the killer phase. But I don't think the killer will get to us on this turn, so I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, notice says I'm going to make a note of these good rolls in my journal so we always remember. I appreciate that. So now we do the killer action. Now the killer will heal 1. Here's a heart. Bummer. That's their killer action. Then we flip over a terror card. And this says, it could be, sorry. Oh, I didn't see the scene change, but it did change. It could be anywhere or anyone. If there are no exposed victims in play, discard this. Okay. There is an exposed victim. If a 1 is, roll a die for each normal victim. If a 1 is rolled, it trades spaces with the farthest exposed victim. You can lay a victim on its side to designate it's been rolled for. Holy moly. So this could become one of them. Okay, we'll do the one closest to me first. Okay, no, this one's fine. We'll do this one now, because it's only if it's a 1. That was so close. Look at that. That's a 2. All right, let's see about this one. We're safe. We're all safe. The exposed victim stays there. Okay. Now, targeted moved attack. So they're going to target the closest victim to them, which is this one. So they are going to move into there. They will attack this victim and kill them. That is bad. And then the bloodlust is going to go up 1, which means we pull an event card. Let's see what our event is. Don't worry, we're here to help. You shouldn't have come. Oh no. If the helicopter has any victims on board, discard this and draw a new event. This would have brought new, listen to this whole card. We will draw a new event because we have victims on our helicopter. But listen to this. If the helicopter has any victims on board, discard this and draw a new event. Otherwise, place the helicopter on the landing pad. Place 3 new victims on this space with the helicopter and then panic them. First as a group and then once individually. New people would come. That would be horrible. But we don't have to worry about that. We discard it. Okay. Comm specialist. We need a bird on site. Over. The victim closest to, but not in the radio room. Okay, that's this one. Is now the comm specialist. If the comm specialist is in the radio room, once per action phase, you may roll a die. On a roll of 5 or 6, you may move the helicopter 1 space. We'll never get them to the radio room because we already used our walkie-talkie to move people. Okay, but that's okay. They're there. That would be so handy, though. If the comm specialist is killed, discard 2 action cards of your choice. Yeesh. Okay, well. Ooh. Great. Okay, well, that's that. Now this exposed victim possibly panics. It's a 5, so they stay. Okay. It's now upkeep, so I will put my axe into my hands. And now we start the next turn. I need to get some weapons, probably. Let's try to walk. Let's try to walk, pick up this victim, get them on the helicopter, and try and fly the helicopter out, right? So we're going to play this walk and roll 2 dice. I would like this to be 2 successes so that we can move up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard a short rest and a focus to convert this to a success, which means we can now move up to 2 spaces. So we're basically going to go 1, pick up this person, 2, bring them back to the helicopter, load them up on the helicopter, tell the helicopter to get out of there. So I'm going to play my fly faster card for my helicopter now. See if we can get them to fly away. That's bad. So we can convert, basically, one of these to a success, but the other one not. Oh, the movement cost me a time. I don't always remember that. Okay. Hey, Kim Dog, the game does have quite the setup. I will discard, jeez. I'm going to discard my focus and my sprint to make that a success. That hurts, though. That hurts. So with 1 success, the helicopter can move 1 space, so they're now in the air. And we lose a time. And that's the end of my action phase. So I have 4 time to spend. I'm going to get a walk and a weak attack for free. I think it's time to go, like, take care of these, to try and kill this guy and test this person. So I think we need a sprint for 2, and then the other 2 I'm going to spend on my close calls. That'll be the 4 I have to spend. These all go back into their situation. And then it's the killer phase. We're going to heal. So almost back to full health. Gameritis guy, we're trying to get, because we're at station 2891. This is like an Alaskan, Antarctic. Actually, I think it's Antarctic, isn't it? An Antarctic science station. And there's a mutant turning people into mutated organisms, and we're trying to get people on the helicopter to get them out of here to save them. So, yeah. The helicopter is the only way out. Okay, so they healed. Now we flip over a tarot card. We only have 3 tarot cards left. It's the, yes, basically it's the thing. Someone is destroying the test. This again. Okay, so we don't have to worry about this because the tests are all dealt with. 1 normal victim within 2 spaces of the associated area is killed. We only have 1 victim. I just realized we only have 1 victim left on the board. I don't think they die. They don't, because even if we were to count this, the closest space to us is the tool shed or the commander's hut, and they're not within 2 spaces of that. So, but this enemy will target them and then move twice over to them. So that means they have a speed of 4. So they'll go 1, 2, 3. So they're in the space with them. Not great. Now the panic phase. So now we see if this exposed victim panics. They don't, they'll stay there. It'd be nice actually if they were to come toward me a little bit because I need to test them. But we could just focus on killing this one first. And then my turn. All right. So this is my hand. We're gonna sprint. We need to get somewhere. So we're gonna sprint, see how far we can go. Is someone keeping track of the number of times I've rolled 2 successes? I guess, yeah, luck has to be good sometimes, right? It's bonkers. Okay, so we will move up to 3 spaces. It is going to cost us a time. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 into the hall here. Then I'm going to try and walk to get into there so we can test them. This is crazy. I've been body snatched. It's not really me. You figured it out. So we're going to do a walk. So 2 dice. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh. Look. So it's 1 more, but we get to move 2 spaces. I don't need to move 2 spaces. I only need to move 1. Well, we'll go into the rec room with them, and then we'll come back into the hallway with them for our 2 spaces. They'll come with me. These are my season 1 dice. These are the same dice I've always played with. This is bonkers. And then I'm going to do my test kit for free on them. Yeah, Notice says, I'm afraid you're spending like all your good rolls in this game. I'm sorry for whatever happens in your next TTRPG session. So we're going to discard their test kit, our last test kit, to see if they are safe or assimilated. There's a 50-50 shot of this. I don't know which one of these to pick. I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. Amazing. They're safe. We only have to kill this thing. We might win this. I can't believe it. Okay, so they're safe. So they get replaced now with a regular victim who will probably die, if I'm honest. This is great. Get out of here. I can't believe it. That was a 50-50 shot. We only have one mutated organism to deal with. We don't have to flip over these. We don't have to activate any of them. We don't have to worry about it. We just have to kill this super strong bad guy. Yes. Okay, I think that's it. We're just going to stay there. That's it. We're going to hold on to these cards. We're going to try and spend our time to get our helicopter so we can get our ultimate ability. It's going to be fine. Cool. So that's the end of that. So we have 4 to spend on cards. 1 is going to go on fly faster. And 3, I really would like some attacks. We'll spend the other 3, you know what, on improvise. Because that can help us have better successes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can only have 3 of these. So I'm not going to take the short rest. I'll take the focus, the walk. I'm going to play a bunch of cards next turn. Sprint goes back, walk goes back. We have a full hand of cards again. This is great. Okay, the killer phase, they're back up to full health because they heal on their turn. We have to do this though, y'all. It's about to be the finale. So we have to do this very quickly. Let's flip over our terror card. Survive at all costs. If there's no mutated organism in play, up the bloodlust. There is, so we don't have to worry about it. If a victim was killed, oh, okay. Then they target a victim. They're in a space here. They move. They don't need to move. They're already in the space. And they're going to kill our comm specialist, which will up the bloodlust. Oh, this is where it gets bad. Which will up the horror. And also, when the comm specialist is killed, I have to discard 2 action cards. I will discard 1 focus and 1 close call. Now, if a victim was killed, draw and resolve the next terror card. Which means next turn we're going to go into the finale. Because this is the last terror card. Extreme horror. You're crazy, CNS Lancelot. This is the same card. So now they're going to target us. They're coming to us. Okay, so that's not bad. 1. Their speed is 2. 2. They're in the hallway here. So they can't kill anyone. So no victim was killed. Draw and resolve the next terror card. We don't have any terror cards, so that's that. Next turn. Oh no, we reveal the finale now. The upkeep phase, reveal finale if no terror cards left. All right, it's about to get real, y'all. It's about to get real. So now it's upkeep. There's no tarot cards left, so we reveal the finale. So there are 3 finale cards here. I've shuffled them. I'm just going to flip this one over. So now the killer action during the finale is going to be to target, move, and attack. Come on. Let's scrape up the edge of my card. Let's see what our finale situation is. When this card is revealed, any remaining exposed victims are immediately assimilated. Okay, well, we don't have any more, so it's okay. If there is only 1 mutated organism in play, yes. Oh no. Increase the horror level by 2 at the beginning of the killer phase. If the horror level is ever above 6, you have been assimilated and lose the game. Our horror level's at 4. This is really... I thought we might win, but now it looks like we might lose. Okay, but that's at the beginning of the killer phase. We don't have to do it right now. Okay. We just need to kill it now. We just now need to kill this organism, right? So, we've got an axe and a dog and some people to save. So we're about to get our ultimate ability. So first, we're going to do our helicopter. Fly faster. Come on. Okay, we only need the 1 success, so I'm not going to convert because we just need it to go 1. That's going to... I never remember to reset my time. It's going to move us down to 5 from 6 time. And the helicopter will move 1. They're now at the airport, which means we get all of these people. So, we get to take a guard card. Meep. And then this would let us heal up, but we actually haven't taken any damage, so we won't get those abilities. But we've now activated, we've saved 6, so we now get to activate our ultimate. Your maximum health is now 7. Immediately recover all health. Yes. So I now have 7 health. Hey, Raina. While at full health, you roll +1 die for horror rolls. I love this ability. For each additional victim saved, receive 2 health. We're probably not going to save any more victims, though. Let's be real. So that means right now I get to roll 3 dice. Yeah, this is a very cool ability. She goes from having 4 health to 7. It's awesome. Kate is very cool. Okay. So we did that. Helicopter's out of here. I'm just going to move that out of the way. So, now, because I'm not going to worry about the helicopter anymore. We need to focus. We need to lower this horror so that we don't lose from the horror. So I'm going to play this and hope to lower it. Oh, jeez. So we'll lose a time to lower it by 1 because I'm going to convert, sorry everyone, I'm going to convert one of these into a success, and I'm going to do it with a close call. And a guard. So that turns that. Then I think I might let them come to me. Actually, instead of the guard, I'm going to do it with a walk. Because I'm going to let them come to me. I'm going to stop my turn there. Oh yeah, and I got to roll an extra die. Wait a minute. I didn't need to discard that card because I rolled the extra die and there was a success. So there. I'll hold on to those cards because I want them. Thank you for reminding me. I love how I immediately forgot I had that extra die. So I have 4 time to spend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to spend it all on a Furious Strike, which costs 4. Okay. We're very close. We're very close now. So, we've done that. It's now the killer phase. They would heal, but they're all healed up. Oh, no, because it's the finale. They're going to target us, move, and attack. So they're actually going to kill this victim because they're going to come into this space. They will kill the victim before they kill the final girl, because I'm the final girl. So the victim will die, and the bloodlust will go up. They would heal 1, but they're at full health, so there we go. There are no tarot cards to flip over. There's no one left but me and this creature. And now it's my turn, and I will be doing some attacking. So first we're going to... Oh, I didn't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have all my full hand I forgot to discard all this stuff last time. Do that very quickly. All right. We're going to attack. Oh, yes, and the terror does go up by 2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The terror goes up by 2. Thank you. There's a lot to keep up with. I knew I was missing something. So if I don't kill them this turn or lower the horror, we will lose next turn. So first we're going to improvise because I want to try and make 3s and 4 successes. So I get to roll 3 dice. I will convert this into a second success because if I have 2 successes, until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. I think that would be very good. So what I'm going to do is I will discard my walk and my close call to make this a success so that now for the whole rest of this turn, 3s and 4s are successes. Now I will Furious Strike. Come on. I can lower the horror and do 2 damage. I can do 4 damage right now with my axe. Threes and 4s are successes. Oh, because of my improvise. Okay. That means I've done 2, y'all. I just want to show you up close. I've done 2 damage plus the horror comes down. Plus, because I have my axe, 2 more damage. So that's 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take that, you garbage monster. I'm just hacking away at it with this axe, and I'm so happy. It means there's 3. Okay. Okay. That was good because if I'd only gotten 1 success, my turn would be over. Char doesn't bite it. When an enemy enters your space. Oh, I should have done, yes, Char should have bitten it. When an enemy enters your space, which happened last turn, deal 1 damage to it. Because I only discard this if I take damage, and I haven't taken any. So that means there's only 2 left. Get him, good dog, good dog. Okay. So we're going to do our weak attack. And if I hit with this, I will win. Unless they have extra health. Right? Weapons can modify weak attacks, right? I'm certain. I'm certain that it can. I don't know why. It would say if it couldn't, I think. Yes, okay. Oh, now just always move away so they need to come into your space and then get dog damage. Not a bad idea, but I think I can kill them right now. Weak attack time. 3 dice. We've got this. 3s and 4s count as successes because of my improvise. So that's 2 successes. So I do 1 damage plus 2. That's 3 damage. So that's 2 damage. Which means we need to flip over this token to see if they have any extra. So, if this health token is blank, we've killed it. But if this health token flips over and there's health there, it comes back alive, just like in a horror movie. Come on. You're dead, and the helicopter's not coming back for me. So I might also be dead. In the final moments, as the mutated creature and my dog bites, I take my axe and I say, "Stay away from Char!" And I hacking it into, it crumbles to the ground, crumples to the ground in a gross, monstery, gooey mess. As the cold sets in, I hunker down with my dog. We hold each other for warmth and just hope the helicopter returns in time. Fade to black. They'll send a helicopter for Char, and there'll be room for you too. Ah, we won. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. So there we go. That was the Organism Final Girl Season 2. We played with Kate. There's Yuki here as well. I'm so glad we had that dog. You also have this other dog, Thule, which gives you the same power. We ended up just with Char. Thank you so much for watching this. If you are on YouTube, thank you for watching this upload of a live playthrough of Final Girl, sponsored by Van Ryder Games. If you would like to join these live streams yourself, you can check out twitch.tv/Paula Deming, which is linked below. I stream board games typically right now, as of the time of recording this, on Tuesday mornings Pacific time, and that's when I do these Final Girl streams typically. So if you give me a follow over on Twitch, you'll be notified when I'm going live and when I'm playing Final Girl or other games that I play, board games and video games. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you sticking around for this playthrough, for being here for the best dice luck I think I've ever had in a game, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.